Hi there, folks. Good evening to you. Thank you for tuning in and for watching this digital check of the First Alert forecast. Coming to you live here on Atlanta News First Plus. I am meteorologist Cutter Martin, and we do still have quite a bit of weather to talk about. The big system that moved through earlier and in the weekend and really lasted into early this morning, that is on the way out in its place. We're going to get a break from the rain, a break from the strong winds, and a break from the cloudy skies. So all that to say, the start of the work week is actually going to be quite nice. But then as we look a little bit further out into the future, we do still have another storm system on the way. Some new first alerts to talk about Thursday into Friday, the next kind of time period that could include some stormy weather. But let's start with the good news first, though. It is drying out there this afternoon and now into this evening. No rain being picked up, nor any snow, any sleet there on first alert radar. I have it on a loop here for about the past 45 minutes, and you get the picture there. Not too much is going on across metro Atlanta and North Georgia. It is dry, and we'll enjoy the dry conditions while we have it. Now, it may be dry. The winds may not be as strong as they were earlier today, certainly not as strong as they were yesterday evening when they were gusting stronger than 40 miles an hour, but there's still a bit of a breeze, and when temperature is cold in the upper 30s to mid 40s, it is certainly feeling like winter out there. So if you're out there celebrating Super Bowl Sunday, glad you are. Gorgeous weather compared to what we did have, but word to the wise, may want to keep that extra layer, that winter coat around as we go out and about across the area. Live look outside. This is from the Atlantic building there in Atlantic Station, looking back to the south and east across the connector towards Midtown Atlanta. Great visibility. Can't see it here. There's too much city light, but you can now see some of those stars outside. Still some clouds kind of battling out with the clearer sky, but the clearer condition is going to win out, and we're going to see nicer weather build back into metro Atlanta, all of North Georgia overnight tonight. So it will be drier, it'll be clearer, but it is still going to be cold out the door tomorrow morning. In fact, even colder than it was this morning. This is a look at current wind gusts. Lawrenceville gusting to 18, Athens gusting to 20, Greensboro 18. No one else is plotted on the map because there is not a registered gust occurring anywhere else in the Atlanta News First viewing area, anywhere else across North Georgia. There may be a sustained breeze, but no strong gusts being detected outside of the three you see on the map, and of course those really aren't that strong. All right, now we're tracking tomorrow morning's forecast. Temperatures cold out the door, mid to upper 30s across our metro counties. I think air quotes here, warmest. Still cold upper 30s inside the perimeter. 37 your forecast low there across the airport area, kind of south side of town, typically one of our warmer spots. So we're going with 37 there, but if you live in Buckhead, Smyrna, Vinings, maybe 35, 36. Smyrna plotted at 34, but the closer you are to the perimeter than inside I-285, maybe a degree or two warmer. Kennesaw closer to freezing at 33. Roswell 34, 35 Sugar Hill, Beaufort about the same. Lawrenceville 35, 35 McDonough, the Palmetto community, kind of that Fulton Industrial Parkway area, city of South Fulton as well. Cooler than Atlanta proper, but still not as cold as Blairsville, for example, where temperatures are going to be in the upper 20s. Dalton recording a freeze on our Monday morning at 30. 30 in Rome, Chattooga, and Floyd counties both going to be cold out the door. Carrollton at 32, probably some frost around there as well. Troop and Heard counties, the community of LaGrange. Below freezing in the forecast, so that bus stop outlook, it is going to be a mostly sunny start to the day, but make sure your students are bundled up. Temperatures in the mid to upper 30s for that way to the bus stop, but that's around when we reach our low temperatures typically in the mornings. But sunshine sends us into the 50s by lunchtime, so recess. They're probably shedding the winter coat, and we're back into the lower 60s tomorrow afternoon. Early on, though, I think most folks will peak. They'll have their warmest temperatures in the mid and maybe even some upper 60s. Here's a look at those numbers right now, not just a snapshot of any particular hour, but our peak temperature is what you see right now plotted on the graphic there. 64 your high forecast temperature in Atlanta. 65 in Gainesville, Athens 67, Rome 65, Noonan at 65, so mid to upper 60s kind of ruling the roost tomorrow. It is going to be a gorgeous Monday. We're chatting with folks across a variety of social media platforms as well, and in addition to Roku, Amazon Fire, AtlantaNewsFirst.com, Atlanta News First on YouTube. Checking out that account now. James C., hello to you. Alton N., thanks for watching. Appreciate the viewership. And again, now we are going back to Facebook, going to load up that feed right now, and just some folks watching there, not too many comments yet, but again, if you have any weather questions, comments, concerns, and you're watching on a platform like Roku, Amazon Fire, AtlantaNewsFirst.com, maybe you're watching and streaming, and I was just watching the feed there, you can see that Watch Live playing there from the First Alert weather app. And if you're watching one of those places, that's great, but if you have a weather question on YouTube and on Facebook, those are the two places to be. Atlanta News First, the accounts to follow, to like, and to view on if you do have any weather questions, comments, concerns. But a pretty straightforward forecast at that. Tomorrow's going to be nice. Temperatures back in the mid to upper 60s in the afternoon. Low humidity, a breeze, sunshine ruling the roost tomorrow afternoon. In fact, we'll start our forecast model. That's the map you're seeing in front of you right now at 6 o'clock Monday. So in the evening, temperatures starting to cool back, mid-50s mountains, upper 50s and lower 60s elsewhere. Some of these high wispy clouds building in Monday night into Tuesday early morning. And here we are out the door time Tuesday. I think a mix of sun and high wispy clouds. So you'll start to see some changes up in the sky. Not complete sunshine like Monday morning, but certainly not completely cloudy earlier. Also not quite as cold Tuesday morning. I think most avoiding a freeze, but mid-30s possible outside of the perimeter. Probably lower 40s inside I-285 early Tuesday morning. Here we are by Tuesday evening, clouds thickening up, especially along and west of I-75. High temperatures for most folks into the 60s, but some upper 50s, 55, 56, 57, 58, mid to upper 50s in the forecast across the mountains of North Georgia Tuesday afternoon. And it'll be much cloudier, and that sets forth some bigger changes on the way. Wednesday, we're going to reintroduce a chance of rain, kind of bring it back into the forecast, but spotty at that. Here is that forecast. Next 5 days, expected rainfall. Monday and Tuesday were dry, spotty rain. Notice how lighter shades and not as many folks seeing the rain or shaded on the map there. But then you see the greens and the yellows indicating heavier rain Thursday. In particular, I think Thursday afternoon, late on into the evening, the overnight, and then some rain lingering into early Friday morning. So we first alerted Thursday, Friday, but in reality, this kind of kicks in 3, 4 or so o'clock Thursday afternoon, and I think it leaves 3, 4 or so a.m. Friday. This rain may be out of here even by the Friday morning commute. And if that's the case, we'll probably pare back that first alert for Friday, but there is enough uncertainty here. We're talking more than 3 days out, about like 96 hours out into the forecast period, about 4 days out or so, and that's enough time for there to still be some uncertainty. So just a heads up. We've first alerted the general time period Thursday afternoon through Friday morning as a time that'll have some more impactful weather back in the first alert forecast. And this setup is one that will support that risk of some strong to severe thunderstorms, especially on the northwest side of North Georgia, Rome, Floyd County, Chattooga County, on down to Carrollton. I think west and northwest of Metro Atlanta, the greater chance of a couple storms becoming severe with gusty winds, hail, and the possibility of an isolated tornado or two late Thursday into very, very early Friday morning. Here's a layout of your 7-day forecast. Notice how nice Monday and Tuesday, Valentine's Day are. In fact, we're pushing 70 in spots Tuesday afternoon after a cool start, lots of sun. And then those clouds move in, keeping us a little warmer Wednesday morning. We still end up very warm, though, upper 60s in the afternoon. So not enough cloud cover to block out the warmth, right? And then we're hitting 70, I think, Thursday, and that's with storms kind of arriving later in the day, Thursday afternoon and evening, plenty of dry time, maybe some peaks of sunshine, though still lots of clouds on our Thursday. And then the front arrives at some point Friday morning. That cold air is going to start filtering in. I think, again, the peak storm chance, we'll pull it out hour by hour here for you, is going to be Thursday evening into Thursday night. That rain chance up to about 70% by 11 p.m., though the evening commute is in play as well on Thursday. There could be some showers and thunderstorms during that evening drive, and it could be that Thursday evening's commute is much more impacted than Friday morning. So certainly we're going to be watching that potential here, but because there is still some uncertainty in the forecast, we're giving you the first alert, rain and storms in the forecast Thursday and Friday. But as far as exact timing and exactly which communities see what, we're still fine-tuning those details, but the rain chance is climbing here as we get into Thursday afternoon, evening, and night. And then back to that 7-day, it's mainly a rain chance in the morning on our Friday, and that'll be early morning, probably wrapping up before the morning commute, but there's some uncertainty there. That timing of peak rain chance could certainly shift around a little bit. But notice that temperature drop from 70 Thursday to 51 Friday. A widespread freeze on our Saturday morning. In fact, could be a hard freeze in spots, going for around 30 inside the metro, inside the perimeter, but easily could be mid to upper 20s elsewhere. James C., Atlanta News First on YouTube. At least the weather will be good for a nice walk on Valentine's Day. Absolutely, that's the case. Valentine's Day, as you can see, will be stunning. Chilly in the mornings, nice refreshing, feeling kind of February-like out the door, but not too cold. And then we rebound back into the mid to upper 60s. More clouds, but still a dry day Tuesday, but kind of high wispy clouds, so a filtered sunshine. It's not going to be a gloomy day, I don't think, all around, but more clouds around Tuesday compared to Monday, and then a little warmer Tuesday evening. So if you have Valentine's Day or dinner plans Tuesday evening for Valentine's Day, it's not going to be too chilly after sunset. That spotty rain chance holding off until daytime hours Wednesday, kind of kicking in the morning, but off and on during the day Wednesday, mainly north and northwest of the metro. And then you have Thursday. The day begins with just a spotty rain chance becoming more widespread, and that risk of severe weather creeping into the forecast late Thursday into the wee hours of Friday morning. And then Saturday, Sunday, back to some colder weather in the first alert forecast. Certainly going to need the winter coat as we get into next Saturday and Sunday mornings, with temperatures at or below freezing in many spots. Again, we've chatted about the forecast, chatting with folks on YouTube in particular this evening. I want to thank you all for watching, and you're never more than an hour or so away from the next newscast. In fact, at 9 p.m., we'll join you here in about 46 minutes. Fresh look at the first alert forecast's latest news headlines as well. Atlanta News First 9 o'clock hour, 10 o'clock hour, and an 11 p.m. half hour. We'll start to get some of that evening data in by 11 p.m. I don't anticipate too many changes with that Thursday, Friday forecast, but we'll be seeing how the evening data comes in, pretty consistent with that Thursday evening, early Friday morning window. But if there is an update, of course, we'll pass that along. Coming up here in just a little bit on Atlanta News First. Thank you for watching on Atlanta News First Plus. Hope you have a wonderful evening. We'll leave you with this beautiful and clearer skyline view of Midtown Atlanta. Reminder, first alert forecast, if you can't stay up for the evening newscast, is always at atlantanewsfirst.com. And in the First Alert weather app, you can join the team tomorrow morning. Meteorologist Ella Dorsey, Courtney Jacobazi walking you through the work week, traffic and weather together tomorrow morning, starting at 4:30.